Let there be peace in my mind, peace in the earth. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Oh, Shanti, oh. Peace inside my heart, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my heart, God and only God I live to see. Peace inside my heart, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my heart, God and only God I live to see. Oh, Shanti, oh. Oh, Shanti, oh, Shanti, oh, Shanti, Shanti, Om. Oh, Shanti, oh, Shanti, oh, Shanti, Shanti, Om. Oh, Shanti, oh, Shanti, Shanti, Om. Oh, Shanti, oh, Shanti, oh, Shanti, Shanti, Om.
Good morning, Unity. I'm Reverend John Riley. I have the joy of serving as your senior minister, and I'd like to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. If you're new to Unity, what we want you to know is Unity is a global spiritual movement. We are welcoming and inclusive of people from all backgrounds and all walks of life. And wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. I'd like to thank you for being a part of our Sunday experience this morning, whether you're here in person, watching live on our, excuse me, on our live stream or watching during the week. Wherever you are in this moment, you're in the right place at the right time right now, because wherever you are, God is. Yes? We are so blessed this morning to have with us Lisa Whitfield as our platform leader. Russell Norman is on piano. Polo Jones is on drums and bass. Felix is in the booth. And our soloist, Margot LeDuc, and I'll invite you all to stand as Margot leads us in our two songs this morning.
Here we go. Letting go just a little bit, just a little bit more. Letting go just a little bit, just a little bit more. Help me let go, help me let go, help me let go just a little bit more. Help me let go, know you know this song. I know I'm grateful. Are you grateful? I'm grateful I woke up today. Yeah. Don't you just love that drum playing right there? That guy does everything. I think if you ask him for a bobby pin, he might have one. Here we go. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Can't hear you. Sing it out. I'm so grateful. Yeah. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Come on, here we go. Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me. Gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me. Gratitude below me. Gratitude within me. Gratitude all around. I'm so grateful. 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 That's right.
Woo! Are we so grateful for these musical artists? Yes. Good morning, Unity Palo Alto. It's great to see. This is a great crowd. Look at this crowd, man, for a summer church crowd. That ain't bad for summer church crowd. And I know that this isn't all. I know that some of you are watching right now online or later in the week. It's great to see everybody here. My name is Lisa Whitfield. I'll be up here on the platform today. As the Rev said, we are not alone here. We are walking on this spiritual journey with people from all walks of life, from all backgrounds across the planet. And we don't go without preparation. What do we take with us? Our 5 core principles, starting with God is. There is only one power and one presence active in the universe and in our lives, God, the good omnipotence. That's all there is, that's all we need. And our second principle says that we are part of that. We are not separate from that. Our second principle is I am. God is the substance and intelligence innate in every person and in all creation. It's all the same stuff. John likes to call God the allness of life. That's really what we mean by God. Our third principle is the law of mind action, which means the thoughts that we have in our heads can produce a particular experience. And guess what? You can choose your thoughts. What a concept. Pretty good, right? But you got to be aware that you're having a thought, that you're telling a story, that you have some energy behind a thought that maybe you don't necessarily want to have. And that can be really hard. So you know what helps? The fourth principle, the meditation and affirmative prayer that we embrace as one of our core principles at Unity. It's meditation and prayer that connect us with the creative, constructive power of God to live in, through, and as us. Now, I've been taking the Reverend John's Trust and Forgiveness class. Some of y'all have been doing that. I've been doing it on Tuesday nights as much as I can. And one of the things we talked about last week was reliability. Are you reliable? Do you do what you say you're going to do? And guess what? That's not only with other people, it's with yourself. Are you reliable to yourself? And one of the things I've been trying to really practice this week, with some success, I might add, is being reliable about my intention to meditate every day, to do my spiritual reading every day, to exercise every day. And I gotta say, I had one of those unity moments. You know, this is like the driveway moments, you know, where you're listening to the radio and you're like, oh, I gotta stay in the driveway. This is a unity moment. I was about to not do my meditation. Oh, I'll do that later. I gotta go do. And I went, oh, it's happening. No, Lisa, sit down, do your meditation. I was so proud of myself. And you know what? I had time to do everything, including the meditation. It was okay. And this kind of relates to our fifth principle and the secret sauce of unity, the daily practice. As we live according to these principles every day, we are going to express more of the divine that we already are, and life gets better, right? So we put all these core principles together, and what do we got? We got a vision statement here at Unity, and I'd like to invite you to affirm that with me. Together, centered in God, we co-create a world that works for all, and so it is.
Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time?
Yes. Clapping is allowed. Clapping is allowed. And now our reading from the daily word. Today's daily word is truth. I'll read the affirmation and then invite you to affirm it with me. I speak my truth with clarity and compassion. Together, I speak my truth with clarity and compassion. Living in an increasingly polarized world, I am aware not everyone will share my perspective or see life the way I do. As much as I want to live harmoniously with others, I also want to stand up for what I believe, what I know is true for me. I appreciate that others feel the same way about their beliefs. I speak my truth. I center myself in my divinity while acknowledging the divinity of all others. I am honest and grounded, staying steady if someone does not agree with me. Likewise, I receive others' truths as I would want them to receive mine. The presence of God is within me. I am a spiritual being living with integrity, speaking words of truth with spiritual power. And this is from Zechariah chapter 8, verse 16. These are the things that you shall do. Speak the truth to one another, render in your gates judgments that are true, and make for peace.
We pray for blessings. We pray for peace. Comfort for family. Protection while we sleep. We pray for healing, prosperity. We pray for your mighty hand to ease our suffering, and all the while you hear each spoken need. You love us way too much to give us lesser things. What if your blessings come through raindrops? What if your healing comes through tears? What if 1,000 sleepless nights are what it takes to know you're near? And what if trials of this life are your mercies in disguise? We pray for wisdom, your voice to hear. We cry in anger when we cannot feel you near. Without your goodness, without your love, as if every promise from your word is not enough. And all the while you hear each spoken need. You love us way too much to give us lesser things. What if your blessings come through raindrops? What if your healings come through tears? What if 1,000 sleepless nights are what it takes to know your need? And what if trials of this life are your mercies in disguise?
Good morning, darling.
Good morning.
It's so lovely to see you. Yes, yes. Good morning, Unity. How are you today? I do have a secret. Maybe. Wait for it. It's me. I was in disguise. Well, you know this. Oh, yeah. You're one to talk, buddy. Talk about bad puns. I was just testing you. I was seeing how you would react to someone you didn't know coming on stage, because clearly you didn't know who I was, and that's a good thing, because I will be gone in September. Okay, let me try that again. I'll be gone in September. Oh, thank you. Boy, you gotta pay money to get sympathy out of this group. I'm going on sabbatical. Yay! I'm actually going to be gone beginning August 31st when our lovely Casey Wicker will be our speaker that day, our licensed Unity teacher. Very blessed about that. And then we'll have 2 ministers in September. We'll have Reverend Dr. Paul Hesselbeck, who's been here before for the first 2 Sundays, and Reverend Linda Martella-Whitsett, who we know, she's the co-author of the book, Discover Your Divinity, and she'll be here for the second part of September, and then I'll be back in October, and we'll start our fall program. Sound good? All right. Well, you all passed the test. Just make sure you give her the love and appreciation that you gave that strange person who just came on stage. Today, we're talking about seeds. We're talking about seeds, and seeds, thoughts, are like seeds. And I want to start with a little poem from my mom's book, Color This Day Beautiful, Seeds of Thought by Joyce Riley. Words not thoughtfully spoken are like wild, wind-blown seeds, which sprout where least expected, often as nettles or weeds. But like seeds which are very carefully chosen, planted with tender care, thoughts, when prayerfully spoken, bring much good fruit to bear. And so it is. Now, what Lisa didn't talk about, the idea from our class there of trust and forgiveness is that trust is really broken down into many components. It isn't just one thing. And one of the things that it is reliability. The other one that we're working on is accountability. Everyone take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. I don't know why you didn't talk about accountability, Lisa. Why is that? Yeah, okay, well, we're going to work on that this week. Accountability. Accountability is one of those things that I think is really so important because it's at the root of the issue of trust or around our trust. And a lot of times we're talking about accountability as things out there, right? Is that person accountable? Did they do the thing that they said they were going to do? Are they always showing up in the way that I want them to show up? Are they following my rules? I guess I'm getting a little off guard here. Or conditions out there, or situations, or systems, or your job, or things that are out there. All of those things, are they doing what they say they're going to do? And when they don't do that, we get frustrated. We lose what we call trust. But the most important part about accountability is when we look inward. Because we don't have any control or power over any of those things out there, as much as I like to think I do. The only place where we have power is within ourselves. And so when we look within for that accountability, we look at it from a different standpoint. Now, am I accountable for my thoughts, for my words, and for my actions? Do I hold myself accountable for the things that I say and do out in the world, or am I blaming other people? Or am I pointing fingers out there? Do I hold myself accountable for the way I speak to somebody? Is it loving and kind, or is it just a little bit passive-aggressive? Just a little bit sarcastic? Right? Those subtle things that come into play are how we skirt around our truth that the day that we're talked about, that truth of who you are, which is that divine essence, the truth of who we are, where we are one in the allness of life. We are one together. And the things that I say and do to you are the things that I do to me, for I am holding that energy within me. And in unity, of course, we hold the concept of everything begins first in mind, so we begin with thoughts. And thoughts are like seeds. Now, when I was a little kid, I loved dandelions. Anybody love dandelions? I loved dandelions, the beautiful yellow flower, the little puffball. I used to pick them and, make a wish. Anybody make a wish? Did you know that was a thing? And blow them and watch them fly out into the wind. It was a joy for me. Until one day that one of those seeds landed in my mom's garden. Then that dandelion plant became mine. It was my responsibility to weed that garden from that point on. So I pulled out the weed, the dandelion, and I did the weeding. And a few, weeks later, guess what was back? The dandelion. Because those dandelions are, they're like super plants. They've got a very long taproot, and if you don't get the entire root, they'll sprout again. And if you don't pay attention and they flower and the seeds go over, all of a sudden your whole garden is filled with dandelions. Anybody have that experience? Yes. So here's my trauma as a kid. I have to pull all those weeds. That became my chore of weeding the garden, which was okay with me. I got a little, like a couple bucks for it. I'd pull the weeds. We had beautiful tomatoes, and we had string beans, and we had, a plant that I absolutely despise except for the color, eggplant. Anybody else love eggplant like me? Oh my gosh, all you judgmental people. Okay, now think about those thoughts that just went through your head. What were those thoughts that just went through your head? What were those thoughts? And are those thoughts worth keeping? Or do they just float away? You see, our thoughts are not something that we really have control over. As much as the Daily Word talks about it, those thoughts are things that just kind of float through the air, like dandelions floating through the air, dandelion seeds. They just float up. But when they float up, then we have the opportunity. Then we have the opportunity to do something about those thoughts. And that's where our power really lies. When we stop to think about what are the things that I'm thinking before I plant them, before I harvest the fruit of them through my words and my actions, before I suffer the consequences of having to eat eggplant or whatever food you don't like. See, that's where our true power lies. The thoughts will come and go, but am I accountable for those thoughts and what I do with them? And they're so quick, our reaction may be instantaneous until we realize, oh, can I grab that one back? And that's where we become accountable to wherever those seeds landed. So the idea of accountability is the idea, am I accountable for the words and actions that I'm holding? Am I accountable for the garden of thoughts that I am cultivating? Do I take that thought, plant it deep within me, and then it becomes the garden? That thought of I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not strong enough. Did I just say that twice? I'm not smart enough. Give me another, I'm not. I'm forgetful. I what? I'm not wise enough. All of those things, right? That becomes the garden from which we are cultivating and from which we are drawing our sustenance. So that becomes our landscape of life. It's our job to weed out those thoughts and to replace them with thoughts that are healthy, that are wise, that lift us up, that are kind, so that we can then draw from that sustenance and express that into the world by cultivating that garden. That's the only power that I really have, is within me. And the words that come out of my mouth, sometimes I have control over them, and sometimes not. We all have those moments because we are in this human experience where we will feel something and react to it. And yet, our goal is to hold on to that reaction for just a moment, take a breath, and ask, is this beneficial? Is this helpful? Will this plant seeds of love and connection within me or within the other person? Or is it a little sarcastic, knife to the gut? A little nightshade, right? That we may or may not really mean. So our goal is to become that gardener. Here's a quick story for you. My daughter, Ray, was in a 2-week ballet intensive up in Portland. And when I say intensive, it was an intensive. It was from the morning to the evening when they're dancing and stretching and doing all kinds of things. And so we sent her off with 2 pairs of ballet point shoes because she goes through 1 a week. And she gets there, and her feet grew, seemingly overnight. Now, I don't know, you may not remember, wearing shoes that were too small for you when you were a kid because our feet have stopped growing, but have you ever gone in and tried on a pair of shoes that were just not quite right, maybe a little too tight, maybe a little too short, and how much they hurt? Do you remember that? Well, imagine being on your toes for 8 hours, spinning around in them, hopping on your toes, leaping in those shoes. That's what it was like. So Tiffany, my wife, got the emergency text. That's really the first and one of the only times that we heard from her that week, those 2 weeks. It was, my point shoes are too small. So how would we react? What is our first thoughts that go through our head? Don't say them out loud. We're in church. But the first thoughts were, okay, well, how do we fix it? Well, point shoes are hard to come by. We found a pair that was of the same brand, which is very important, and that was a half size bigger up in San Francisco. So she and her mom were here, and they hopped in the car and went to San Francisco, got the point shoes. Now, normally you have to sew on the straps and the ribbons, which Tiffany often does for Ray. Didn't have time to do that, went right to FedEx. FedEx it overnight so she can get it by Friday. And then she had to sew on the straps and the things by herself. And by the way, dental floss, that's what they use to sew on straps. Yeah, because it's very strong, it won't break, and your feet will smell minty fresh. So imagine all the thoughts that could be going through your head or going through Ray's head as she's going through this. When she came back, she's like, yeah, it was fine. The biggest fear was she had to show up to point class without point shoes. She was wearing them for a few days, suffering until her feet got blisters and she couldn't do it anymore. And she finally said, you know what? My shoes are too small. They're coming in. I can't wear point shoes. They're like, okay, no big deal. But here's somebody who just was creating this story, had this garden of fear and doubt, had this garden of this point teacher who I really respect is going to be angry with me because I didn't have the proper uniform on, which was really important. And it was no big deal. So it was one of those things where she was able to say, okay, here's what I'm thinking, but I got to do it anyways because I can't wear these shoes anymore. And it was no problem. So where in our life, where in your life do you have that fear? Where in your life are your thoughts cluttered with all of these weeds of I can't, I'm not wise enough, I'm not good enough? And where can you just simply move through it and plant a seed of hope, of strength, of wisdom, of power, and move through it anyway? Those ideas that float in our head, our goal, our job is to make sure our soil, right, our consciousness is primed. And our consciousness is planted with the right seeds, with seeds of wisdom and hope and strength in our goals, in our dreams, so that we are reaping the reward and harvesting that energy as we move through life. Now, weeds are going to come and go, and when the weeds come, we simply pull them. And we pull them. And we have to dig down sometimes and get the root out. But the weeds happen. Those thoughts happen. Sometimes they come, but if we are able to get to them quickly, then we're able to remove them. There's a great parable in the Bible. The master teacher, Jesus, this is from the Sermon on the Mount. He was talking about a farmer who had planted all of the seeds and things were growing, and then he went to sleep. And sometime in the night, the enemy came along and threw a bunch of weed seeds in there. And up popped the weeds in the middle of all of the wheat and the produce that they were trying to plant. Sometimes life is like that. Sometimes there are people or things or situations out there that seem to throw weeds at you. Yes? So the farmer said, okay, the servant said to the master, what do I do? Do I pull up all the weeds? And the master said, no, if you do that, you'll pull up all of the wheat as well. So just let them grow together. Harvest the wheat when it's ready to harvest, and we'll start over next year. Two great lessons here. One is, pull your weeds early and often. Tend to your garden. Tend to your consciousness. Tend to it daily. And when those seeds are thrown, recognize, you know what, it's not mine to take on. I don't have to blame, shame, or guilt anybody. I just pull them and move them away. The second thing is, when all of the weeds have grown within us, we have to decide what's best for us. Do we scrap the whole relationship and start over somewhere else? Or do we allow the weeds to be there, to start pulling them, to tending to the crop, harvesting the crop that's there? You see, it's not always the right thing to necessarily dig up the whole garden, dig up the whole relationship, throw everything away. Sometimes we need to work together. Maybe we would go through this patch that we're going through. We harvest the good, and then we weed together and start again. So where in our relationships, where in our experience, where within ourselves can we give ourselves that forgiveness and allow those weeds to, allow the good to grow within us, even though they're weeds? Where in our relationships can we, decide what is the right balance between what I think you should be doing and what I should be doing, what's really mine to own? For it's my garden. I own those weeds now. Someone may have thrown them at me, but I let them grow. I let them fester. I let them choke out my good. So we are the gardener, and we need to understand that it's our responsibility to take care of our stuff. We're accountable to us. And when I am accountable to me and my words and my thoughts, I'm showing up as best I can. I'm showing up the best way I can. And I'm creating an opportunity for trust within me and trust within someone else. We have to become the gardener. We need knowledge, understanding what seeds, what thoughts are good for us. We need wisdom, knowing when to plant. We need the strength to pull out the weeds. We need the marketing expertise to know which crop to plant to begin with, right? What's going to really relate to other people or in my relationships? Can I plant something that is mutually beneficial and leave out the eggplant? I'm okay with that. And most of all, can we have patience? For gardening is an ongoing thing. And being a farmer, a gardener, is a lifelong experience. For as long as we have thoughts, we are that gardener. I'd like to close with the second poem, The Gardener's List. Prune all the limbs of selfishness. Plant love instead of hate. Pull up every angry weed and oil the squeaky gate. Pour water on the thirsty soil, prop up the sagging vine, pluck earwigs from each tender leaf, and envy from your mind. Enter the garden daily, pick every ripened pear, prepare them for the table, and invite someone to share. Let's move to our affirmation, Felix. I'll read our affirmation, then invite you to affirm it with me. My gratitude is the seed of joy, and joy is the flowering of gratitude. Together, my gratitude is the seed of joy, and joy is the flowering of gratitude. And so it is. Let's take that into our time of meditation and affirmative prayer. I invite you to take a nice, deep, cleansing breath and relax into this time and space. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or soften your gaze as is safe for you. And as we breathe into this present moment, we become aware of the thoughts floating by, like little dandelion seeds floating in the air. We just allow those thoughts to drift away. Breathing into this present moment, we feel ourselves grounded in faith, tending to the soil of our consciousness, establishing openness, and as we breathe into this moment, we affirm there is only one presence. Those seeds of love are established deep within me, constantly blooming, constantly flowing as I breathe into the stillness of the silence. I am one with the allness of life, love, and wisdom. My mind is open to infinite intelligence, to divine inspiration, to divine ideas that I select. I breathe into my solar plexus and feel the energy of wisdom, the still small voice within me of intuition that guides me, that directs me upon my path, and allows me to select things that are beneficial to the world. I breathe into my heart and feel the energy of love, the harmonizing, healing, prospering energy of spirit that flows in, through, and as me. As I plant these seeds of wisdom, inspiration, creativity, love, kindness, compassion, I reap a bounty and express that into the world. As we feel that energy flow, we bless one another, feeling that energy flowing throughout this room, throughout those wires, wherever you're located in this moment. Feel that energy of love that flows in through and as you and expresses out into the world. We surround our prayer chest and all of the prayers that have come in with our love, knowing divine love is doing its perfect work. If there's somebody who you hold in prayer, I invite you to say their name out loud or bring their name to mind. For all of the names in our hearts, we affirm divine love is doing its perfect work, creating harmony, uplifting each person and each situation. And for this truth within us, this experience of oneness, we are so grateful. Grateful for this opportunity to come together, to share this wisdom and love, to be present to one another. And in this moment, we say thank you by singing the Alleluia. And with a nice, deep cleansing breath, we return our attention to this time and this space, allowing that energy of love to flow from us as we are the expression of that divine energy. Yes? Unity Palo Alto is here to help us discover this spiritual magnificence and help us live this expression of truth every day in every way. We are here because of our generous donations to this spiritual community. We have a Thrive Together matching fund going on, so if you'd like to give to that, every dollar you give will be matched above and beyond. Just write match in the memo line, or you can give online. If you'd like to give to our general offering here in the sanctuary, we have a box in the front and the back that says love offering. You can give online as well. But however you give with love. For it's the manner in which we give to the world that we receive from the world. And when we give with love, we are blessed. The affirmation that we say is on the screen, and I invite you to affirm it with me together. Divine love from me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth or the stars or all creation. God is creator, makes all in all, and God needs us to shine His light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. All right, command my hands. Command my hands. What must they do? Command my life. It's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, all things new, and God needs us to shine His light. God needs us to shine His light. God needs us to shine His light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Won't you show me all that I must do? All that I must do.
Woo! The band, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Okay, if you're on your feet, you're in the right place, right? Because, I mean, we got the music, we got John's message. I know everyone took a little seed from that they're going to plant this week. If you're not standing and you're able to stand, go ahead and stand up. This is the time in the service when we bless each other. The blessing that we say is right there. Get your hands ready. Turn toward the center aisle. Are you ready? Set. Go. I love you. I bless you. I appreciate you. And I behold the light in you. Now you may be seated unless it's birthday Sunday. If you have an August birthday babies, you may remain standing while Margot sings.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Woo! Happy birthday, August babies. All right, you may be seated. I don't know, whatever. Hospitality always has something cooking up out there. I have no idea. You'll have to check it out. We got a lot going on here at Unity, right? I mean, you would think this would be enough. Oh no, this is not enough. We got more stuff. Starting with next Sunday on the 17th, the Unity Women's Group, they've been cooking up stuff, right? Maybe not cake, but they've been cooking up stuff, including, this is going to be fun. I'm going to miss it. I know, I'm super bummed. Maybe they'll do another one. What is it, Lisa? They're having games and a dance party next Sunday after service from 11:30 to 1:30. It's going to be in the Learning Center and over Zoom. So join the Unity Women's Group for that. It's going to be super fun. The following Sunday, August 24th, right after service, right here in the sanctuary, you're already going to be here. You don't have to go anywhere. We are having a special voting member meeting because we are going to be adding 2 new board members to our Board of Trustees here at Unity. Everyone is invited to come. If you are a voting member, you will be able to vote on the 2 new members. So please join us for that. If you're not sure if you're a voting member or not, John's going to send out an email, and you can always just ask sometime between now and then. Am I a voting member? I forgot. Okay. Also on August 24th, I think this is probably going to be right after the voting member meeting. Yes. The lovely and talented Christine Oliver. Christine, wave a hand, wave an arm. She is a real artist, people. I mean, I'm talking like professional, okay? Right? Not just me with my little scribbles, okay? She is hosting an art and lunch event from 11:30 to 2. It's going to be in the Yes Hall. It's for $25 or a love offering, whatever you're moved to donate. And if you've seen Christine's art, or even if you haven't, you got to check it out. I actually won at our UPA, what did we call that thing? UPA Day. I won some of her note cards. And she's going to teach you how to make your own super cool note cards. Right, Chris? Yeah, she says yes. She says yes. And there's lunch. What could be better? Art and lunch. That's why it's called Art and Lunch. You can learn all about these on our website at unitypaloalto.org/activities. We got stuff going on all the time, and you can find out all the details about it there. There is many ways to share the good news that is Unity Palo Alto, right? Right. Now, may I direct your attention over yonder? Huh? Beautiful. I invite you. I did this before the service. I invite you to come after service and smell those. We have real flowers these days, peeps, okay? And why do we have those? This week, we have them because Rich Castro donated these flowers. Applause. Thank you, Rich. If you would like to make a donation to support this ongoing fantastic flower thing we got going on, you can do that in the bookstore. There's a sign-up sheet. You can pay for it over there. If you donate $75, that covers our cost for a week of flower donation. So please check that out. And thanks again, Rich, for donating this week's flowers. Oh, you don't? Well, how did Rich get his name on there? Okay, don't walk. Run to the bookstore so you can get your name on the sheet. All right. Well, thank you. If you are new to Unity, or if you're back from a long absence, we would like to say a special welcome to you and honor your presence and your time here today. In the pew in front of you, there's a little Connect card. You can fill that out and take it to the bookstore. Everything's happening at the bookstore, right? Take it to the bookstore, and we will give you either a daily word or another Unity publication to welcome you and say thank you for coming. Do we have prayer chaplains in the house today? Sarah Ann and Karen. Okay, what is a prayer chaplain if you're new to Unity? We are very blessed at Unity to have these amazing people that will pray affirmatively with you. That's how we do it in Unity, right? If you have a celebration that you want to share with somebody, if you have a concern or a challenge, they will lovingly listen. They will hold sacred space. Whatever you need, they're here for you right where they stand. So thank you, Sarah Ann and Karen, for serving our community. Yes. Round of applause. And what's next? The peace song.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous life. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
And now our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Love and blessings, everyone. Have a wonderful, fruitful day.
Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down. Cruise on. Tell me your favorite song. Let your head down. Sapphire and faded jeans. I hope you get your dream. You go ahead, let your head down. Girl, put your records on. Play me a song, let your head down. Sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dream. Go ahead, let your head down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow.